Okay, let's get into the class. Today we are going to discuss about what was the experience of Douglas when he was thrown into the swimming pool by this bruiser of a boy. The lesson says that when he was thrown into the deep end of the swimming pool, he swallowed water. Vellam kudichu. And at once, without any delay, he just went down into the bottom of the swimming pool. He could not keep himself above the water because in order to keep yourself above the water, you should know swimming properly. He was frightened, but did not lose his wits. He was frightened, but he was not frightened out of his wits. Wits means chintikkan patthatha athrayum pedichilla. So as he was going down, he made a plan in his mind. What is the plan we are going to see? To paddle to the edge of the pool. Slide കാണുന്നില്ല. ഇപ്പൊ കാണാവോ? I think now you can see the slide.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. I am going to the next slide. Can you see the second slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
As he was going down, he just made a plan. He made a plan to paddle to the edge of the pool. Paddle to the edge of the pool means he wanted to just swim and come to the edge of the pool. But as he planned, things has not worked out. He thought that he will be coming up to the surface of the water at the earliest, just like a cork. He came up slowly. What was the result? He just went down, touched the bottom of the swimming pool, and then he thought that he will come up immediately, but he could not come. It came up. He came up very slowly. His eyes and nose came out of the water, but not his mouth. So when he came up for the first time, remember 3 times he is going down. First time when he went down, he made a plan in his mind that he will come up immediately and he will come to the surface of the water just like a cork, and then he will swim, paddle to the end of the pool. Poolinte sideilekku swim ചെയ്ത് രക്ഷപ്പെടും എന്നാണ് വിചാരിച്ചത്. But then what happened? He came up slowly. Why he came up slowly? He could not gather courage as his leg reached the bottom of the swimming pool and then make a jump. As a result, he was coming up slowly. So when he came up, he could not come up completely above the water. What came out of the water? His eyes and his nose came out of the water, but not his mouth. തല മുഴുവൻ വെള്ളത്തിന് വെളിയിലേക്ക് വന്നില്ല. കണ്ണ് വന്നു, നോസ് വന്നു, not his mouth. Mouth was still under the water. He moved around his legs on the surface of the water. കാലുയർത്താൻ ശ്രമിച്ചു. He moved his legs on the surface of the water. He swallowed. Again he swallowed water and choked. വെള്ളം കുടിച്ചു, choke ചെയ്തു. Suffocation feeling. He tried to bring his legs up, but they hung as dead weights. He again went down to the bottom of the pool. വെള്ളത്തിൽ മുങ്ങി എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഉള്ള ആൾക്കാർക്കറിയാം, നമ്മൾ മുങ്ങി വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അടിയിലേക്ക് പോകുന്ന സമയത്ത് കാല് മുകളിലേക്ക് ഉയർത്താൻ ശ്രമിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കാല് ഉയർത്താൻ പറ്റില്ല. കാലിൻ്റെ ഭാരം നമുക്ക് വലിയ ഭാരമായിട്ട് തോന്നും. When you are moving around normally, we don't feel the weight of our body. Our legs and hands are automatically just functioning as our plan. But when you are sick, when you are just laden with fever or something, as you get up, sometimes you feel that your hand is very heavy, leg is very heavy, head is very heavy. Likewise, when you are in the water also, when you do not know how to swim, when you are choked with the water, when you have swallowed the water, when you are going down to the bottom of the swimming pool and coming up, and when you try to just lift your legs, you feel that your legs are very heavy. It is just lying down just like a dead weight. Even illata kaalugal pole adiyilekku valikkunna madiri thonum. He felt the same thing. He tried to bring his legs up. ആദ്യത്തെ പ്രാവശ്യം മുകളിലേക്ക് വന്നപ്പോൾ he tried to just bring his legs up, but he was not able to bring above the water, because if you want to swim, you need to bring your body completely above the water. But the first time when he came up, only his nose and his eyes came above the water. The mouth and the rest of the body was under the water. He wanted to bring his legs above the water and swim, so that he will be able to materialize his plan. What was his plan? To swim to the end of the pool. But what happened? He felt that his legs were not having any life. It is just simply hanging down like a dead weight. ജീവനില്ലാത്ത ഭാരം മാതിരി തൂങ്ങിക്കിടക്കുന്നു. He again went down to the bottom of the pool. This is a second going down. If you have watched or heard about the experiences of the people who have got drowned in the water, it is not that they will just get drowned all of a sudden once. They will have a 2 or 3 times going and coming up. So here also Douglas is coming up 3 times. So the second time when he was going down, first time he came up, remember what are the portion of his body came up? His eyes and nose came up. From his mouth everything was just under the water. What he felt? He felt that his legs were not having life at all. The head, the legs just hang down like dead weights. And for the second time, again he was going down. He was shrieking underwater because the terror had seized him. The second time when he was going down, first time when he was going down, he said that he was afraid, but he was not afraid out of his wits. He made a plan. Second time when he was going down, what was his experience? He should be able to differentiate between his first experience, second experience and third experience. The maximum fear he had when he was going down the second time. First time when he was going down, he was afraid, still he planned. Second time when he was going down, the first experience was a failure. He could not just swim to the end of the pool, and that is why he was shrieking underwater. Shrieking എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കരയുക, വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അടിയിൽ നിന്ന് അവൻ വിളിച്ച് അലറി, because terror had seized him. Why he cried out? Because the fear had completely crossed him, completely engripped him, completely enveloped him. He was paralyzed underwater. His experience in the second time, he was fully overtaken by the terror. He was paralyzed. Paralyzed എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ? ശരീരത്തിനൊന്നും ജീവനില്ലാത്ത രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു അവസ്ഥയാണ് paralyzed. He was paralyzed underwater. He trembled with fear. Second time when he was going down, he was trembling, വിറയ്ക്കുക. Not because of cold, because of fear. പേടിച്ച് വിറച്ചുകൊണ്ടേയിരുന്നു. See the difference. He tried to call for help, but nothing happened. When he tried to call for his help, but nothing happened. He was crying out, help, help, but nothing happened. Why nothing happened? Sound did not come out. This experience can be compared with the nightmare. What is nightmare? Pedi Swapnam. Ratriyil, when we are seeing the nightmare, sometimes we see some kind of nightmare and we try to just call out for mother. We try to cry out. You find that your sound is got frozen in your throat. It is not coming out. You are running and running and you don't find that you are making any progress. You are running in the same place. You call out for the mother, nobody comes for the help. So this is the situation here. He tried to call for help, but nothing happened. Then he rose up. His eyes and nose were almost out of water. He sucked for air and got water. He started going down third time. Then all of us entered and he relaxed. So what happened? After having cried out, he said no result came. But finally, what happened? He was coming up. One minute. So as he was coming up second time, his nose and his eyes, he said, almost came up. And then again he was making his journey down to the swimming pool for the third time. So second time when he came up, his eyes and nose were almost out of water. Almost. You remember, you just compare the difference. Earlier his eyes and nose came out completely, but his mouth was under the water. But here he says that second time when he came up onto the surface of the water, his eyes and nose were almost out, not completely out. He sucked for air and got water. ശ്വസിക്കാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിച്ചു, കാരണം മൂക്ക് ഇപ്പോഴും വെള്ളത്തിന്റെ അടിയിലാണ്. Almost only it came out. So when he was trying to breathe, then what happened? Only the water entered inside. He started going down the third time. Again he is making his historical journey down to the swimming pool for the third time. Third time he is going down. Then all efforts ended and he realized. Third time when he was going down, complete effort was ended. What is effort? First time he planned and he made a jump. Second time also he thought that this time definitely, first time he failed, second time he will be able to make a jump. He made a jump, he came up onto the surface of the water, and third time when he was going, he relaxed. No more plan, no more efforts, he just simply relaxed. So third time when he was going down, what was his experience? A blackness swept over his brain and wiped out terror. A blackness, an emptiness, ഒന്നിനെയും കുറിച്ചും ചിന്തിക്കാതിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരവസ്ഥ, just swept over his brain, covered his brain, and that blackness swept out, wiped out, തുടച്ചു നീക്കുക. What? His terror. His fear was actually wiped away by the blackness. There was no more panic. First time and second time he was afraid. There is no more panic in the third time. Why? A blackness came and covered his brain and he was not afraid at all. He felt drowsy. What did he drowsy? Feeling asleep. കുറച്ച് ബോധം നഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന മാതിരി തോന്നി, ഉറക്കം വരുന്ന മാതിരി തോന്നി, and wanted to sleep. ആരെങ്കിലും വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അടിയിലേക്ക് പോകുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഉറങ്ങാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുമോ? ഇവിടെ ഉറങ്ങാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുകയാണ്. He says that he felt like sleeping. He gave up all attempts. What was the attempt? The attempt to jump when he reached the bottom of the swimming pool. He gave up all kind of attempts, no plan, nothing. He forgot everything when he came to his sense. So what happened? What happened in the third time when he was going down? You will find that he felt as if he's been carried away in the tender arms of his mother. ഈ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് എന്താണെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഉറക്കത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആണ്, ബോധമില്ലാത്ത ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആണ്, ബോധം നഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ആണ്. സോ വാട്ട് വി അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ഈസ് ദാറ്റ് തേർഡ് ടൈം വെൻ ഹി വാസ് ഗോയിങ് ഡൗൺ ഇൻ ടു ദ സ്വിമ്മിംഗ് പൂൾ, he lost his senses. He became unconscious. When he became unconscious, he felt comfortable. He felt drowsy. He wanted to go to sleep. He felt that as if he is carried in the tender arms of his mother. ഒരു കുട്ടിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സേഫ്റ്റി ഫീൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ആ കുട്ടി അമ്മയുടെ ടെൻഡർ ആംസിലുള്ളപ്പോഴാണ്. So when he became unconscious, he felt that as if he is being carried away, എടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് പോകുന്ന മാതിരി ഒരു ഫീലിംഗ് ആണ്. He felt safe as if he was in the tender arms of the mother. Just read the text, that portion. Then he forgot everything when he came to the senses. He found himself lying on his stomach beside the swimming pool. ആരോ വന്നവനെ രക്ഷിച്ചു. ആരാണ് രക്ഷിച്ചതെന്ന് അവൻ അറിയില്ല. But when he got his senses, when he got his sense back, what he found, that he was lying on his stomach beside the swimming pool and he was vomiting. Somebody rescued him. Is it the boy who just threw him inside or somebody else? We do not know. When he got his senses, he says that he found that he was lying on his stomach and he was vomiting. വെള്ളത്തിൽ നിന്ന് കിട്ടുന്ന ആൾക്കാരെ, വെള്ളം കുടിച്ച ആൾക്കാരെ കമത്തിയിട്ടിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പുറകിൽ ഫോഴ്സ് കൊടുത്ത് അവരെ കൊണ്ട് വൊമിറ്റ് ചെയ്യിപ്പിക്കാറുണ്ട്. സോ ഹി വാസ് ജസ്റ്റ് ലൈയിങ് ഓൺ ഹിസ് സ്റ്റൊമക്ക് ആൻഡ് ദെൻ ഹി വാസ് വൊമിറ്റിംഗ്. That was the third experience. And from that third experience, he says, for days a haunting fear was in his heart. Haunting. ബാധയാണ്. നമ്മൾ പറയാറുണ്ട്, രോഗം ബാധിച്ചു, പ്രേതം ബാധിച്ചു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫിയർ ബാധിച്ചു. ഇവനെ എന്താണ്? ഫിയർ ആണ് ബാധിച്ചത്. We see a very unpleasant scene and we are not able to forget that scene for many days. If you remember about that. So here what happened? His experience of this fear when he was going down for the first and second time. Third time there was no fear because he became unconscious. And this third time when he was going, he says that it was equal to death. He says that he has experienced death. So he says that there was no fear absolutely because he was almost dead. So the maximum fear he experienced when he was going for the second time. First time he went down, he was in his senses only. Third time when he was going down, he became unconscious. So after this incident, for many days, the haunting fear has haunted him. Avane aa fear baadhichu. He never went back to the pool. After that experience, he never went back to the pool. He feared water and avoided it whenever he could. So after this second experience of the swimming pool, YMCA swimming pool, he says that he never went back to the pool. Whenever there was an opportunity to go near the water, he avoided it. A few years later, he came to know the waters of the Cascades. He wanted to get into them. Then he realized that his friends are going and enjoying water sports, water games. The fear of the water that get to him in the YMCA pool just betrayed him all pleasures of sea games, river games like swimming, fishing, boating, canoeing, etc. He thought that he could not enjoy his life fully like other people. And then he came to know about the waters of the Cascades. He wanted to get into them, so he wanted that he should get into that waters of the Cascades. Whenever he did so, whenever he went to these Cascades, the terror that had seized him in the pool returned. So whenever he went near to the water, the terror that seized him when he was going down in the YMCA pool for the second time seized him. What kind of terror he experienced? Is that it's a horror, it's a terror. The terror that knows no bound. Adirthi illata pedi. A chilling feeling that entered his body, just like a charge of electricity in his body, the fear entered him. ശരീരത്തിലേക്ക് കറണ്ട് കയറ്റി വിട്ട മാതിരിയുള്ള ഒരു ഫീലിംഗ് ആണ്. ഫിയർ അവൻ്റെ ശരീരത്തിലേക്ക് കയറുന്നത് അവൻ ഫീൽ ചെയ്തു. എ ടെറർ ദാറ്റ് നോസ് നോ ബൗണ്ട്. That is why he says that later on, when he grew up, when he wanted to go near the water, whenever he went near the pool or any place, he says the terror that seized him in the pool returned to him. His legs would become paralyzed. Same kind of feeling. വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പോകുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ കാലെല്ലാം മരവിക്കുന്നു. An icy horror would grab his heart. Immediately an icy horror. Icy horror. തണുത്ത പേടി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഹൃദയം സ്തംഭിക്കുന്ന രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു പേടി അവനെ ആഗിരണം ചെയ്യുന്നു. This handicap remained with him even as time passed. So Douglas says that it was a handicap with him. The handicapcy here means, what is the handicap? The fear of the water was a handicap for him. If you are asked that, are we handicapped people? We say that we are not handicapped. We will look at people who are not able to see. We say that he is handicapped. A person who does not have a leg, hands, or any other organ, we say that they are handicapped. But in reality, we are all handicapped in one way or other. Only thing is that people cannot see it openly. What can be our handicap? See, we are not able to memorize. That can be a handicap. See, we are not able to remember, memory power. That can be a handicap. See, fear of water, fear of rain, fear of fire, fear of unknown, etc. That can be handicap. See, so one way or other, we are all handicapped people only. So we should not look down on other people who have got a physical handicap. See, so here he says that this handicap, that is the laxity of courage, the fear remained with him even as the time passed. As he grew up also, the fear of the water just remained with him. So he wanted to get rid of this fear. Douglas tried to go near the water of the cascade. When he went to near the cascade, ഒരു സ്വിമ്മിംഗ് പൂളിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പോവുക, ഒരു ബീച്ചിൽ പോവുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സീ ഷോറിൽ പോവുക. Wherever he went, the fear that gripped him in the swimming pool returned him. The water of Cascade you are seeing. Cascade Lake, Morton State Park, Oscars Island. അത് റിയലായിട്ട് എക്സിസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാണ്. അവിടെ ആൾക്കാർ സ്വിമ്മിങ്ങിന് വേണ്ടി പോകാറുണ്ട്. When he goes there, the fear used to return to him. Finally, what he did? Finally, he decided to get an instructor and learn to swim. He understood that he is not able to get rid of the fear himself. He needed a helper, he needed a teacher, he needed a coach. So finally, in order to get rid of the handicaps of his life, that is fear of water, he decided that he will get an instructor and he will learn to swim. So how did the instructor help him to just train himself? The instructor put a belt around him. അവൻ്റെ ശരീരത്തിന് അക്രോസ് ഒരു ബെൽറ്റ് അറ്റാച്ച് ചെയ്തു. A rope attached to the belt went through the pulley on an overhead cable. Each time the instructor relaxed his hold, the author went underwater. Some of the old terror returned and his legs get frozen. First of all, understand how the instructor taught him. You might have seen sky jumping, para jumping, etc. When people are practicing this kind of things, normally in the initial stages, they will be attached to a rope. അവരുടെ അരക്ക് കെട്ടിയിരിക്കുന്ന അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ശരീരത്തിൽ ബന്ധിപ്പിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ബെൽറ്റുമായിട്ട് റോപ്പ് കണക്ട് ചെയ്യും. അവർ ജമ്പ് ചെയ്ത് അവർ മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ പോലും അവർ നിലത്ത് വന്ന് ലാൻഡ് ചെയ്യല. ദർ ഇസ് എ സേഫ്റ്റി ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് നോൺ ആസ് ലൈഫ് ലൈൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് മാതിരി. വെൻ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ടർ ജസ്റ്റ് ആസ്ക്ഡ് ഹിം ടു ജസ്റ്റ് സ്വിം, വെൻ ഹി വാസ് സ്വിമ്മിങ്, the instructor just put a belt around him and a rope was attached to the belt. അവൻ്റെ ബെൽറ്റിലോട്ട് റോപ്പിൻ്റെ അറ്റം കെട്ടി. ആ റോപ്പിൻ്റെ മറ്റേ അറ്റം എവിടെയാണുള്ളത്? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ആക്ച്വലി ഇൻ ദ ഹാൻഡ് ഓഫ് ദ ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ടർ. ആൻഡ് ദർ ഇസ് ആൻ ഓവർഹെഡ് കേബിൾ. സ്വിമ്മിംഗ് പൂളിൻ്റെ ഒരു സൈഡിൽ നിന്ന് മറ്റേ സൈഡിലേക്ക് ഒരു കേബിള് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു കയറ് വലിച്ചു കെട്ടി. ആ കേബിളിൽ ഒരു പുള്ളി അറ്റാച്ച് ചെയ്തു. പുള്ളി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കപ്പിയാണ്. നമ്മൾ വെള്ളം കോരാനായിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന സാധനമാണ് പുള്ളി. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ കൂടെ ഈ കയറ് ഇട്ടു. One end is attached to the belt, another end is in the hand of the instructor. Each time the instructor relaxed his hold, അയാളുടെ കൈ ലൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് the author went down under the water and his old terror used to return to him. How? he was not allowed to go into the water by himself. Always the safety lifeline was in the hands of the instructor so that he will not be going down into the water. He tried to just remain above the water with the help of this rope. Rope was loosened, means he would go down. That means at least he is safe in the hands of the instructor, because one end is in the hand of the instructor only. So you keep in your mind how he started learning. He did not go for the water beings and other water tubes and other things. A belt was attached to his body. One end of the rope was on his belt, other end just went through the pulley which was attached to the cable above the swimming pool, and other end was in the hands of the instructor. Each time the instructor loosened his hold, കയറ് അയച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ അവൻ അടിയിലേക്ക് പോകാൻ തുടങ്ങി. So whenever he was going down, his old terror, the terror that he experienced in the swimming pool, would return to him. It was 3 months before the tension began to slack. Now, in this way, Douglas started practicing. Every day, 1 hour, 5 days a week he practiced. Go to the lesson and read. 5 days a week continuously, every day 1 hour, he practiced like this. How many months? 3 months continuously. According to this pattern, he practiced with the help of the instructor. Then the instructor taught him to put his face under water and exhale. So the instructor just taught him part by part, piece by piece. First, he was taught how to use his hands. Then he was taught how to use his legs. നീന്തുന്ന സമയത്ത് കൈ എങ്ങനെയാണ് അടിക്കേണ്ടത്, കാലെങ്ങനെയാണ് അടിക്കേണ്ടതെന്ന് അവനെ ആദ്യം പഠിപ്പിച്ചു. അതിനുശേഷം എങ്ങനെയാണ് ബ്രീത്ത് ചെയ്യുക, ഹൗ ടു ഇൻഹെയിൽ ആൻഡ് എക്സ്ഹെയിൽ, എങ്ങനെയാണ് ബ്രീത്ത് ഇൻ ചെയ്യുക, എങ്ങനെയാണ് ബ്രീത്ത് ഔട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. So then the instructor taught him to put his face under water and exhale. വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അടിയിൽ പോയിട്ട് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ശ്വാസം പുറത്തേക്ക് വിടുക, ആൻഡ് വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ മേലെ നോസ് റേസ് ചെയ്ത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഇൻഹേൽ ചെയ്യുക. വെള്ളത്തിൻ്റെ അടിയിൽ നിന്ന് ഇൻഹേൽ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് പറ്റത്തില്ല. ഇഫ് യു ആർ ഇൻഹേലിംഗ് ഇൻസൈഡ് വാട്ടർ, the water will enter in your nose. He repeated the exercise hundreds of times. This kind of exercise was repeated hundreds of times. So you remember, first he was taught how to move his hands, then how to move his legs, then how to inhale and exhale. Exhale under the water, inhale above the water. Very slowly he shed some of the old panic as his head went under the water. So in this way, slowly and slowly, he was able to get rid of the fear when he was putting his head under the water. When he was getting the training, each time he was putting his head under the water, he was getting the fear. Slowly, after having done this exercise several times, several months, he says that slowly his fear was disappearing. Gradually, his legs relaxed. Finally, what happened? He felt his legs relaxed. Thus, piece by piece, he built a simmer. So he says that my instructor has made him piece by piece. എൻ്റെ ശരീരത്തിൻ്റെ ഓരോ ഭാഗങ്ങളും ഒരു സിമ്മറിന് സ്യൂട്ടബിൾ ആക്കി മാറ്റി. When he had perfected each piece, he put them together in an integrated wall. We know that when we go to practice football coaching, football coach നമുക്ക് football coaching തരുന്ന സമയത്ത്, instead of sending us into the ground to play, they will give us training, different kind of training, how to dribble the ball, how to pass the ball, how to just develop our health, etc. And finally, everything will be put together and then you just practice it and that becomes the game. So here, the instructor just taught him part by part how to move the hands, how to move the legs, how to move the head, and how to exhale, how to inhale, and then put everything together. When he had perfected each piece, each part of my body, he put them together in an integrated wall. എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഒന്നിച്ചു കൂട്ടി ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു. Swimming is considered as the best exercise. ശരീരത്തിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ മസിലും ഒരേ സമയത്ത് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു എക്സസൈസ് ആണ് സ്വിമ്മിങ്. If you go for swimming, you don't need any other exercise. So that is why he put everything together. He was still not satisfied, so he went to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire. Even though the instructor put everything together, he asked him to swim across the pool. He went that side and he came back. But each time when he was in the middle of the swimming pool, he says that a bit of the old panic returned him, and therefore he was not satisfied. What is missing here, I am just telling you from the lesson. The lesson says that instructor told that I am finished. I am finished means I have finished my work. Now you can do by yourself. He was asked to swim across the pool. But each time, just when he came in the middle of the pool, old terror returned him and he was afraid. And in order to get rid of that fear, that is why he says that he was not satisfied. Instructor was satisfied, but he was not satisfied because he was experiencing fear again. So he went to different places and he swam. So he went to which places? He went to Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire. സ്ഥലമാണ്, ഒരു സ്ഥലത്തിൻ്റെ പേരാണ്. He went to Lake Hampshire, Wentworth in Hampshire, and then he just swam there in order to make sure that he got rid of the fear.